For some reason, Republican lawmakers are still investigating the matter. The House Intelligence Committee is holding a hearing on Thursday of this week on Russia's involvement in the last election. FBI Director James Comey and NSA Director Admiral Michael Rogers will be there. The press will not be there. The meeting is classified, the public not allowed in. So what is this about? Congressman Trey Gowdy of South Carolina will be at the hearing, of course, and he joins us now. Mr. Gowdy, thanks a lot for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So it does seem, in light of the foreign policy developments of the past month or so, where the United States has assumed a hostile posture toward Russia, that most people have kind of decided, you know, how would Trump be doing the bidding of Vladimir Putin when he and Putin are so at odds? So why, given that, is this going forward?
Well, I think some of the folks initially who thought that that was the motive behind, you have to accept as accurate that Donald Trump colluded and coordinated with the Russians, right, and that they had a motive to help him. So all of those assumptions had to be made before you can then say, but he's taking a more belligerent stance towards Russia, therefore that must not be true. I start at ground zero. What happened in 2016, whether it was Russia or another foreign actor, did they try to interfere with our election? What was our response in 2016? Not 2 months ago, 2016. What did we know? What did we do about it? The felonious dissemination of classified material, to me, is always relevant. Whether it's in the headlines or not, it's always important, and the issue of unmasking is important.
But it does seem like, look, in a world where there's only so much time and so many priorities, in a Congress where, you know, we didn't get a wall passed, Obamacare has not been repealed or replaced, where there are a lot of priorities that the president ran on remain unfulfilled, for the Republicans in the body to pursue it as basically a fever dream from CNN seems a little weird.
Well, there are 6 of us, 3 Rs and 3 Ds, that kind of been assigned to the task force, and we're all on House Intel. So we do have broad jurisdiction, but it doesn't include the border wall, it doesn't include health care, it doesn't include tax reform. We're just intelligence. So whether it's North Korea, whether it's human trafficking in South America, right, it's what we're supposed to do, and providing oversight over the intelligence community is part of it. So the Intel Committee has a robust jurisdiction, but this is part of it. No other committees of Congress, to my knowledge, are holding hearings, not on the House side. And quite frankly, Tucker, we have time. Those of us that are on Intel, we can't talk about we can't talk about North Korea. We can't talk about other things that we are investigating. This is one of those rare exceptions where we can both do it and then ultimately answer people's questions at the end.
So unless I'm missing something, the only crime that we're pretty certain occurred in the U.S. was the leaking of Michael Flynn's conversations with the Russian ambassador. Is that part of the investigation?
I would say the hacking of the DNC would also constitute a criminal act. So, and the FBI would have jurisdiction over both of those. But I don't think Congress is well equipped to investigate crime. In fact, I know we're not. So the constitutional injury or things that are of significant public interest, there is a role for Congress to play. We're dreadful at investigating crime, and we should not attempt to do so. Which is why you don't hear me alleging that people committed crimes. There is a constitutional
It hasn't stopped some of your colleagues, I notice.
It doesn't, and that disappoints me because I think you ought to wait until all of the evidence is in and then ask the jury to draw whatever conclusion you want. But we only have one reputation, and it is so easy to accuse someone of a criminal act. And we do it, unfortunately, in modern-day culture a lot. It's just unfair to the individual, no matter who's doing it.
I totally agree. Are you confident that Director Comey is stable and trustworthy?
I am. I have a rich and provocative history with Director Comey, dating back to 2016. I prefer to talk to him privately than in public because, in fairness to him, he can't answer most of my questions in public.
Well, you said that hasn't stopped him from making all kinds of provocative public statements and then not explaining them.
I have a rich and provocative history with him. We've agreed on some matters. We've not agreed on some matters. Whether I like it or not, he's a foundational witness. In fact, he touches all 4 tranches of our investigation, and he may be the only witness that does touch everything from felonious dissemination all the way back to when did the Bureau initiate their investigation. So he's foundational. It's not fair to ask him questions in public where I know he cannot answer them.
Yes.
And then from him, we'll develop other witness leads and documents that we need.
I'd like to ask a few questions in public, but I don't think he's coming on.
You should have him on your show.
I don't think
you
he's
just got to
coming.
tell him which hour you're on, because it's switched.
We'll try. Congressman Gowdy, great to see you tonight. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir, you too.